Hello there, this is Daniele from Toolchefs and welcome to this new video. In this video we're going to have a look at the changes that we have done to the variations module in Atoms 6. In this scene here I've already imported the Atoms agents and also I've imported the Arnold variations. If you don't have them installed yet, you can download them from our website and then follow the instructions on the documentation for installing the Atoms agents. So here now I'm gonna create an agent group. And I'm gonna create, assign a grid layout, a state machine, and the variations module. Here let me change the grid size to 5 by 5, and in the draw attribute I'm gonna change the draw mode to variations. And now as you can see here we have all the agents being drawn in green, and this is because we haven't assigned a new valid variation yet, so this has changed in Atom 6. We have done this so that it would be easier for you to debug your variation. So whenever a valid variation is not assigned to your agents will look green. So before in the variations module we just had the variation name. Now we have a few more parameters that will let you customize your variations in the scene way more easily. In the variation name you can either assign a variation like you did with the previous version of Atoms, or you can assign a variation type from the variation tree. So you could use the variation randomizer, sorry, not the age randomizer, the variation randomizer to, sorry, it's in variation randomizer, sorry. So let me go in the man and let me collapse the woman. So here we have all the variations listed as before, but also the variation types. So if we go here in the variation manager, and then we go in the tree for the man, we see here the casual autumn, casual spring, casual summer, closed jacket, smart open jacket. So these are all the variations type that are available in the variation tree. For this video, let me just assign the casual summer variation type. Atoms will build internally all the variations for our agents, and then we'll assign them to the agents themselves. If you don't like how Atoms randomize the variations, you can change the variation seed, which will drive the randomization of the variation tree. Now we'll see that the agents will change the variation. And if you're not happy with just maybe one or a few agents, you can even assign an override for the variation seed, and that will drive just the variation randomization in the variation tree for just those agents. So here we can, the next thing that we can see is that we have a variation override. So these variation overrides that are coming from the variation manager. So here for the man we don't have any variation overrides. Yes, actually we do have already created two. So we have with glasses. Here we have the glasses geo and with this material, no filters, and then we have no glasses with no combinations, but it's gonna filter out the glasses. So if I go in here, I could say I want all my agents with glasses, and they will have the glasses. You can of course assign multiple variation overrides. The difference from Maya is that in Houdini, like you do in the Houdini workflow, as a separator you can use the space. So for instance, if you select another variation override, in this case I selected no glasses, but it will just remove the glasses, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. But as you can see, it works if you use the space. It won't work if you use the comma. So just remember about this difference. Of course, variation overrides can also be assigned as an agent override. So for instance, I could select, let me actually select this guy that is closer. Let's say with glasses, and as you can see here, he has glasses now. Okay, so let me clear it. So geometry overrides are instead a way that will let you assign new geometries to your agent in the scene, but you will also need to provide a material for the geometry. So let me clear the agent selection. So for instance, let's say we want to add, let me open the variation manager, go to the man, a geometry. Let's say we want to add the hat. This. As soon as I add the hat there, we see that this error gets printed. Size mismatch between geometry override and material override. This is because Atom doesn't know which material it has to apply to the hat. So we can go in the materials section. Let me filter for hat. Let's pick this one. You can say I want that material. So now we see that all the agents have now that hat. It doesn't make sense for some agents because the hair is intersecting with the hat. Usually I would assign the hat with the variation tree rules. So we could have also the exclusion thingy where we exclude the hat whenever we pick you know, a certain set of hair. And of course here we could you know, even add the glasses again, but this time we would do it with the geometry override. Again, here we see the error being printed, and we can go and say glasses here. And now we have both the glasses and the hat. As you can see from the back, these two guys, they already have the hat, but the material was different. And as soon as I added this override, the hat remained, but we just changed the material. So this is also another way in which you can change the material of a mesh that is already added to an agent if you don't like the material that has been assigned directly by the variation tree or by the variation and so on. Okay, so let me remove this stuff like this. Finally, we have geometry filter overrides. So with this one, you can filter out geometry. Again, for instance, we could filter out the geo, the hat geo. So now the hat should be removed like that, like there. And you can of course use the overrides, agent overrides, for removing geometry if you don't want any geometry to be added to one of the agents in your agent group. And this is all for this video. Thanks for watching.